All right, y'all, welcome back. So tonight we got a crazy video for you. A lady in an airport that literally tries to stuff her dog in this tiny carry-on. I mean, this thing is tiny, super small. All right, I mean, it's tough to watch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the video. You guys got to see this, okay? And then I want to talk about it. So let's go ahead and get it rolling.
All right, so she has to fit fully, and she has to have room to move as well. Yeah. So I just need to see it.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
So you can't fly like that, is what I'm saying. The dog has to be able to move a full circle, which she cannot do in that carrier. She went completely around in a circle. Ma'am, she's trying to. She just did. She's trying to. You even said it right now, she cannot. She just But did. You just even said it. You even admitted she cannot. Yes, she can. You just said she can't though. Yes. So therefore, yes, I said she could. So therefore, I am the supervisor on duty. That dog is entirely too big to sit in the carrier. To be in a carrier, smushed in the carrier like
Look at that thing.
Do you have a bigger carrier that someone can bring you?
Look at that.
So there is a little bit more ones that are stand up a little bit more than that.
This one, that's why she can go completely around.
Terrible, 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 terrible. You do not deserve to own a pet, ma'am. Big shouts out to the airport employee that came down there and drew the line. Said, hey, you cannot stuff your dog into this wallet-sized cage. Maybe that cage would have been okay, or that carry-on would have been okay if she was like a newborn puppy, you know, really small, really tiny, able to move around and, you know, do a couple little rollovers in it. But this thing was so small for this golden doodle. I think that was a golden doodle. This thing was so tiny. I want y'all to imagine being in a container to where you can't even stretch out your whole spine. You have to lay hunched over for hours. I mean, hours on hours while things around you are moving, the air pressure's changing, and you're literally terrified. Now, I'm not sure if y'all realize this, but dogs have emotions. Dogs experience fear. Dogs experience happiness, sadness, anger, all the same emotions we feel. Hell, they even feel jealousy. Y'all know that? You give your attention to another dog in front of it, your dog is going to blow its lid because it feels jealousy. Dogs feel emotion. Okay. This is totally unacceptable. This lady doesn't deserve to own a dog. I think she should be evaluated, psychologically evaluated, before she's even allowed to own a pet. No one in their right mind would put a dog in a suitcase that small. I'm just going to call it a suitcase. I know it's like a carry-on kennel, but it's a suitcase. It is tiny. The dog could barely move. The thing was bouncing around like some type of box you get in a video game where it wants you to pick it up. It was bouncing around like that. This lady should be ashamed of herself. You know, some of these people I don't think should be allowed to own pets. Honestly, I don't, because this is a clear-cut case of animal abuse. And speaking of that, we actually have another story along the same lines that happened in an airport. A woman literally ended her dog's life in a bathroom, drowned it, because she could not board a plane with that dog. She couldn't board a plane with the dog, so she decided to end its life. Whew. I don't know what to say. Give this lady life. Give this lady life. And if she ever gets out on community service, she should have to serve dog shelters for the rest of her life. Something has to happen about this. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what has happened to society, but y'all got to stop abusing these animals. Those are the one things on earth that don't deserve any type of harm coming towards them. Let me tell you how innocent and how amazing a dog is. A dog doesn't care how much of a jerk you are at work. A dog doesn't care how many people you cut off in traffic. A dog is always going to be happy to see you when you get home. That's one type of animal you should never cross. I'm pretty sure whatever God you serve, whatever God that may be, I'm pretty sure he doesn't like you harming dogs. Whether it be stuffing it in a briefcase or putting its head in water in a bathroom to end its life so you can catch a flight. Honestly, I think some people need to start getting psychologically evaluated before they're even allowed to own a dog. I mean, you have to get a psych eval when you go to an adoption agency, don't you? You have a life in your hands, right? Cops have to get a psych eval before they're having lives in their hands with a badge and a gun, right? You should have to as well. Some people, I would say. But yeah, y'all, this is just unacceptable. I don't know why these stories became popular so close together, but they were right in my feed one after another. I don't know if it was the algorithm. I don't know what this means, but they were literally right on top of each other in my feed. And I was like, whoa. This is crazy. Now, I'm not a animal activist at all. I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan. I eat, steak and chicken and all that. But at the same time, I don't believe in harming innocent animals unless you plan on eating them. But I don't believe in harming innocent animals. A dog is one of the most innocent, kind-hearted, pure animals on this earth. There's a reason they call a dog man's best friend. It's because those animals don't judge us at all. I mean, no animals judge us at all, but there's one animal that's going to stick by your side through thick and thin, and that's going to be a dog. And to treat them unjustly or unfairly is a crime against humanity. I mean, I don't know what y'all believe in, but, that's one of my pet peeves, honestly, is people who mistreat animals. And yeah, it really kind of hurts my heart to see stories like this, because I'm always wondering, like, geez, what was that dog thinking at the time? Like, imagine how scared that dog must have been, to have been in a bathroom with its owner, thinking that it may be getting a drink of water from the toilet, and boom, death is around the corner. Think of how crazy you must feel if you were a dog and you're stuck inside this small container for hours and hours and hours. And this doesn't just stop at airports and how people travel with their pets. No, this goes to home. A lot of people, maybe even some people watching this, y'all have dogs and y'all put them in these small containers, okay? So y'all won't have to deal with them. Dogs weren't meant to be in small containers no more than wolves and coyotes were meant to be in small containers. These animals were meant to run around, okay, stretch their legs, pick up scents. These animals were meant to have freedom. Yes, you can still have dominion over an animal while it has its freedom, but these animals were primarily meant to have freedom. I think we should pick up where we left off with what is animal abuse, because I think a lot of this is considered animal abuse. Keeping a dog inside of a cage where it can barely turn around, that's not acceptable. You don't deserve to own a dog if that's all you can offer a dog. Look, my life is set up to where, sure, I could have a dog and the dog would have a great life, but at the end of the day, I don't have enough time on my hands to where I feel like I could give that dog the proper attention. This is why I choose not to have a dog. I have a huge fenced-in backyard, a nice house. I got everything I need for a dog. But at the same time, I'm not going to make a selfish decision, seeing as how I want some type of emotional crutch, as an animal, which is why a lot of people get pets as an emotional crutch. And I'm not gonna use that to make something else's life less great, because that's essentially what you're doing. You're getting a dog as an emotional crutch because you have some problems in your life and you think this emotional support animal is gonna heal it. Meanwhile, you're abusing this animal and making this animal have a decline of a quality of life because you're not prepared for it. If you're doing all this traveling back and forth, don't get a large breed dog. Don't get a golden doodle. Don't get a dog you're going to have to leave at home all the time. If you want a dog you can fit in a small little sack like that, you need to go get a Yorkie or something. Okay, you need to go get a Chihuahua or something you can fit in your purse and that you can pet, and that, you know, it's tiny. This is a golden doodle. That's technically a medium to large breed dog. You have no business with a dog like that. I don't know what's gotten into people's heads, okay? But y'all need to stop it, because this is just disgusting. But anyway, these two stories shocked me. Like, I mean, sometimes I just can't believe how evil people are, honestly. But yeah, let me know what you think about these stories. If you've seen any stories like this, let me know so I can cover them. And yeah, we got to talk about this. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.